All right, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. First, a little apology. I have been very lax in kind of catching up with my read through backlogs and everything else these past 2 weeks. Uh, Apologize, I did mean to get around to doing it, but unfortunately, had some major kind of mental health setbacks these past few weeks, which kind of made it hard for me to kind of gather up the motivation to really do anything. And so I didn't want to kind of try to half-ass and get into it. So apologize for not, putting out any content the last little while. I'll try to rectify that this week coming up and slowly diving back into it. Hopefully, this my current positive mood kind of hopefully stays around for a little bit. And yeah, I've got some series I've picked up and I'm excited to dive into, so hopefully we'll get back to that this week. But apart from that, I wanted to dive into my, I guess this week it's only the weekly One Shonen Jump series reaction review, and that's for Haikyuu. Because my boy Oikawa is back, and I have to react to a chapter like that. I've already seen everyone on Twitter just, talking about how much they love this chapter. So I'm super excited to dig into it. So let's go with chapter 372, Haikyuu, Another Challenger. Translation by Adrian Beck and lettering by Erika Tariquez. We have Hey Kunimi back in Aoba Josai High School. You heard the rumor about Oikawa-san, right? Think it's true? And he's like, why wouldn't it be? He's exactly the kind of guy to do something crazy like that. And then they're watching Oikawa just practicing his jump serves. And they go, still, overseas, huh? And we see to Yutaro Kandaichi. Viz is like, what the heck? He's like, did you see? He's like, I saw. He's like, I don't even know where to start. It's like, I guess this means there's more than one guy who's that kind of crazy. And you see Yutaro Kandaichi, college sophomore. Well, you see Yutaro Kandaichi and Akira Kunimi, college sophomores, just looking at their phones. Oh man, it's the most perfect picture ever. Oh my god, and you see, look who I found in Rio. And you have Oikawa and Hinata just making the greatest of faces. Oh boy, alright, I already love this chapter. Oh shit, then you see Tomoyo Kageyama, 19, Schweiden Adlers, and you see him just looking in complete confusion at this picture he's just been sent. And then you see someone walking by in the locker room, and Tobio grabs their arm and shows him the phone. And you see... and then you see Wakatoshi Ushijima, 21, Schweiden Adlers. And you have opposite, I have no idea what any of that means. And you see him and Kageyama just making the same face as they're both trying to process what the hell is going on. And you see later that night, Hinata still playing the game with the others, the other, beachgoers he's met. Yeah, well. You've actually grown, Shorty Pie. And then Hinata's like, great kid. I mean, Oikawa-san, why are you here? And Oikawa was like, that's my question, thanks, don't steal it. And Hinata's just super excited. He's like, me? I came to train on the beach. And then Oikawa was just staring in surprise, like, ha! He's like, sheesh, you are a scary one, Shorty Pie. And then the two guys with Oikawa are like, Toru, do you know him? And he's just like, yeah, he's a middle school kid living in my neighborhood. And they're like, uh-huh. And then and then I was just like, Oikawa-san, I do understand basic English, you know. And so then Oikawa's little buddies are just like, all right, we're going to dinner. And Oikawa's like, okay. And then he goes, the beach, huh? I gotcha. Yep, so what are you doing now? Oh, yes. And then Oikawa goes, I play in the Argentinian League. And you have Toru Oikawa, Club Atletico San Juan. And then you have Hinata just completely shaken, shocked by the news. Going, they're neighbors with Brazil. Wait, why are you playing in Argentina? I always assumed you'd go to Italy or something. Oh man. And then you have Oikawa being like, I know, anyone would. A classy place like Italy totally suits me. Not that I've ever been there. And you see that the back of Oikawa's shirt says sushi rice. And Hinata just giving him the look, and Oikawa's like, would you not look at me like that, please? And then you have Hinata going, oh, hey, Oikawa-san, let's play some volleyball. I wanna... And then you see a gurgle as Hinata's stomach interrupts the conversation. Oikawa's like, yeah, no, I was just getting ready to head to dinner. Show me where the good places are around here. And then Hinata's like, oh, I know one that's really good and really cheap. It's got healthy food, too. And Oikawa's like, sounds good, sounds good. Let's go, my treat. And then you see Hinata just starting to tear up. And then Oikawa's like, what? And then Oikawa was like, and then Hinata's like, during work today, I lost my wallet. And Oikawa was just laughing so hard. Oh, I knew it. I think on Haikyuu Plus last episode, I think I commented that'd be hilarious if Oikawa reacted exactly like this to Hinata's story. And I was so glad I was right. I know my boy. Yes. And you see them just sitting in a booth with all this delicious food in front of them. And you know, they both go, thank you for the food, as they both start chowing down. And then you see Oikawa being like, oh, it's good. And it's like, isn't it? And you see them just laughing and talking as they're both finishing their plates. And then you see Hinata going, have you watched any of Kageyama's games lately? And Oikawa's just like, no. And then you see Hinata being like, oh, they're so alike, as it thinks back to Kageyama doing the exact same thing. So he's like, so, what took you to Argentina? And he goes, see, back when I was in elementary school, there was an exhibition game held between Japan and Argentina at the Sendai Arena. And you see him and Iwa just running towards, like, Iwa-chan, hurry, quick, quick. He's like, no running, Oikawa. I'm not, I'm walking fast. And you see, at the time, the Argentinian team had a young hitter billed as an up-and-coming super ace. He was a complete terror during the first part of the game, but towards the middle, his play started to fall off. Even against the Japan team, he wasn't doing that great. But right about the time when I thought they'd sub him out, they switched their setters instead. The new setter was a veteran player, already 38 years old at the time. He was quiet and pleasant the whole game. He didn't send too many balls to the young ace, but he made certain to put up easy-to-hit ones that allowed him to score when he could. And goes, the ace quickly returned to top form, and by the end, he was the main point scorer of the match. The whole place went crazy at the young ace's dramatic and exciting recovery. But to me, the real star was the one who quietly got that ace back on track and walked off the court without any fanfare. His name was Jose Blanco. Nice. And you see Oikawa just at the end going, Mr. Blanco, can I please have your autograph? And he goes, Iwa-chan, the Shikishi autograph board we bought, where is it? Quick, gimme. And he turns around, and he was like, huh? Sorry, I already got Hinata's autograph on it. And you see Koji Hinata, Japan team wing spiker. And he's like, huh? How could you? That was my autograph board. And he was like, it's ours. We both paid 50 yen for it. And you see Oikawa just getting super mad. And Blanca walks. Oh my god. You see, Blanco's pulled out his jock strap and he's autographing it for Oikawa. And and you have Iwa going, hey, isn't that the one you were using today? Oh no, that's sorry. Oh god, that's Oikawa pulled out his jock strap. Oh my god, that's even better. Oh man. And you have Oikawa going, it's a brand new one I just pulled out today. It wasn't dirty at all. Stop ruining this for me, Iwa. And then you have him going, Mr. Blanco, I want to be a setter someday too. And you see Blanco just trying to like doing his best to try to get out the English. He goes, Gura. It's a good rock. And he does a wink with the queen star for Oikawa. And you see Oikawa just being like, oh, as he's so starstruck. And same with Iwa. And he was like, one ice cream bar says you'll accidentally put that through the wash. And Oikawa was like, shut up, give me my 50 yen back. And he goes, in the end, it did wind up going through the wash once. And you see Oikawa coming up being like, Mom! And his mom's like, yeah, sorry about that. It is a little blurry now, but you can still totally read it. It's fine. He's like, that's not the point. You have Hinata just be like, hey. And then you see Hinata going, wait a sec, Jose Blanco? And Oikawa was like, yeah, he was a coach in the V-League until about 4 years or so ago. And he's like, oh yeah, the Tachibana Red Falcons. He's like, exactly. And guess what? I got a chance to talk to him in high school. He's like, oh, that's so cool. It's like, right? He's like, Coach Irihata had a friend of a friend who was on the Falcons. After the end of the spring tournament qualifiers that one year, I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep playing volleyball. So I asked if I could meet up with him for advice. Of course, he knew right from the get-go that the whole not sure thing on my part was just an act. Yeah, what? Are you saying that you know the limits of your abilities or what the limits of your abilities are already? Even though you aren't yet finished growing physically or mentally? Even though you haven't mastered all the skills you can master? If you're going to complain that someone born with more talent than you is and always will be better than you no matter how hard you work, no matter how many tricks you learn, and no matter how many great teammates you have, do that only after you've given everything the very best effort you can. But believing that this isn't all you've got and sticking that belief will be a far longer and far tougher road to follow than simply throwing your hands up and declaring that you are gifted so it doesn't matter. A callback. Oh, yes. And then Oikawa goes, right there and then I decided I wanted to learn from him. But of course he went back to Argentina the very next year. Still, I knew I was gonna try and break into the foreign leagues at some point anyway. That just bumped up the schedule a little bit is all. The stage I will one day play on hasn't changed one bit. Yes. And he goes, I figured I'd pull the crazy stunt doing all this. But to come all the way to the other side of the world just to play beach volleyball? And I was like, hey, speaking of, let's go play now. People are out playing on the beach until pretty late around here. And then you have Oikawa being like, oh ho, so you think you can take me on, huh? You've gotten really big-headed, shorty pie. And then you see a giant whap and a boof as Oikawa just goes face palming into the sand. And then and then you have Oikawa just getting up all mad going, okay, this is not volleyball. It's a completely different sport that just pretends to be volleyball. I'm a beginner. Go easy. And Hinata's like, wow, I'm feeling so superior right down to the Great King even. And then Oikawa's like, well, aren't we blunt today? And then you see them Hinata going and grabbing the ball and going, hey, Oikawa-san, earlier today, for a minute, just one short minute, I actually got kind of down and depressed. But seeing you has put me in a super duper, extremely awesome good mood. Thanks. Oikawa's like, oh, treat me to lunch sometime then. Then you have someone calling out, hey, Jackie Chan. It's like, hey, Jackie Chan, vamos jugar? It's like, want to play? Oikawa's like, did I just hear them say Jackie Chan? It's like, maybe they think we're Chinese or something. And Oikawa's like, hey, we aren't Jackie Chan. We're Ken Watanabe. Oh, yes. And Hinata's like, you're on as the two, and you guys are just staring at them in total confusion. Oh, man. Alright, there's so many good things this chapter. Like, oh, my. First, finding out that USHIJIMA and KAGEYAMA are playing on the same team that is just too perfect. And them having exactly the same reaction to seeing Oikawa and Hinata being on the same team is even better. And oh, please, FURUDATE-san, please give me a match where these two get to play against Hinata and Oikawa as setter and spiker against setter and spiker. Please give me that. I will literally lose it if we ever get to see that match. And then, oh man, it has been too long since we've seen my boy Oikawa, and to finally get, the backstory on him that I've been waiting for all these years to finally figure out, what he's been doing, and to get a glimpse into his past, figuring out why he wanted to be a setter, what inspired him to start playing volleyball was just, oh, it's just too perfect. I love it so much. And having the callback to, having the message that Oikawa got way back, when he was first facing off against KAGEYAMA, he had all his frustrations of, how can I possibly beat someone that's a genius? I'm giving the call back to that speech where he's like, unless you give your 100% effort, how can you say that, it doesn't matter, so that I shouldn't try? Just, this is just like, the more and more I see of this, the more I want to see Oikawa being able to pull out Hinata's potential and just slam it back into Kageyama's face. I'm just so excited to see where this is going to head to. And I'm really wondering if, I wonder how much we're going to see Hinata and Oikawa training together. I want to know if we're potentially going to be seeing Oikawa trying to bring Hinata onto the Argentinian team. FURUDATE-san every single week just nails it. And it's amazing to think that this is the one series in all of Shonen Jump that has never once let me down, ever. And it's just, it's too perfect. Okay, I'm going to cut it off there before I just start, fanboying some more. This was absolutely perfect chapter. Love seeing my boy Oikawa back. Cannot wait to see where we go from here. I think we're going to be recording an episode of Haikyuu Pod this upcoming week, maybe after the next chapter drops, or before that. So look forward to lots of discussion about, us just geeking out over what's going to happen and speculating on future events. Until next time, this is Ash. Talk to y'all later.